Hi, my name is Brittany and I work here at NBC. And this is my mom, Michelle, and she works at Essentia. Doing what?
I'm a revenue services associate, so I've been there for 18 years. There's a lot of different roles I play, but my main focus is I do call audits for all the representatives in our department to make sure they're following the guidelines and being kind and courteous on the phones.
So when it says this call might be recorded for
Quality purposes,
everyone who's listening.
I listen to everything. Yes.
Wow.
So, Mom, what is my job title and what do you think I do every day?
So I believe that you're a lead of the teller line.
Okay.
And I feel like you are the person that they come to with any questions or concerns, or if they need help with something, like if they're off when they close out the bank on their drawers. And I feel like you're there to lift people up because that's your personality. So you kind of are like a you can do it kind of person.
I think that's perfect. Right. What would you say I was like as a child? Okay. Cut. Mom.
Because there's so much I want to say,
Okay,
but
just
okay. So
can
Brittany,
we try this over again?
So
No, it's perfect.
Brittany was the middle child. So they say like they have middle child syndrome. I don't know exactly what that is, but I can tell you that when I have several videos that we took with the big video cameras when my kids were little, and there was always Brittany, like you could see her arms and her little head jumping up. Video me, video me. So she always wanted to have her video taken, but she was a very, very, she was a good kid. I did home daycare, and sometimes she had feelings about that with other kids, coming in. But yeah, she was actually a really good she was a really good little person.
Okay, so were you surprised when I got into banking?
I don't think so. I thought you would do something for sure in like customer service because you're really, really outgoing and good with people. You have really came out of your shell a lot because I think you were more kind of quiet. You didn't really speak your mind until recently, I feel like. So I think now you've definitely come out of your shell. But I always seen you doing something with helping people.
I agree with that.
Do you know what her dream job was? She actually wanted to be a nurse in Life Flight, but she is afraid she passes out when she has her blood drawn. So she thought that would hinder her being able to do her job, but that was her dream job.
It was. So when you bank, how do you bank?
So all my checks and everything are direct deposited from work. I rarely go into the bank, so I check balances. I do everything online.
So if you were getting information about banking, whether it be a CD or a bank statement or a new account, how do you get that?
So I go online to the main page. Usually you can do a search engine and you can look up what you're looking for. But if I could not find what I'm looking for, like I've called the bank directly to get just mortgage interest rates at that specific time. So I would probably call if I couldn't get the information I needed online.
Are you aware of the rise in bank fraud and how are you preventing it, or are you preventing it?
So I'm like old school, I feel like, and I don't do anything like on my phone. I don't put in debit card information. I don't go buy things on. I'm really nervous about putting my credit card information into my phone. So I'm really careful about that. But recently I did go to Florida and I used my debit card and Brittany was with me and they let it go through. And I forgot to tell the bank that I was traveling, and she was pretty shocked that they didn't flag it and stop it from going through. So,
That was not with us.
no, this is not.
Just wanted to add.
Yeah, so, but I try to be careful, and if I'm going to travel, I let my banking institution know that I'll be traveling and where I'll be going and for what days.
Okay, what do you wish banks did better at?
I think that if there was any major changes, they should absolutely let their people know right away, let their customers know right away. I think you hear a lot about someone got into the banking system and caused havoc and they don't really, and then you see it on social media. So I think just keeping the customers aware of what's going on in the banking world.
Okay. So how do you feel like that should be communicated?
Personally, myself, I would like a call. But I know that that's not always the case when you have, hundreds of customers. So definitely maybe a letter in the mail, just something alerting, them of what happened.
Okay. What do you feel like is the biggest banking change you've seen?
Everything is online now. Before, when you wanted a loan or you wanted anything, you went into the bank to talk to someone. Now you're able to do all that right online, filling out an application. So so much now online. It's not, you don't have to really do person to person anymore. So you've asked me a majority of the questions. So I'd like to ask you, what did you learn about banking from me growing up?
I would say how to put a register together. Like you put everything in your checkbook registry
I do.
to a T and still do. So I don't use checks like you do, but I think it's helped me like look at each transaction that I'm spending on my debit card, because I'm more of a debit card now where you were checks back in the day. So I would definitely say checkbook registers. That was a thing way back when I was little. I remember you always pulling out your checkbook register to write what check you wrote.
We did a lot of checks back then. Now, not so much, but I still do a few checks. Brady gives me a hard time. Mom, no one uses checks.
There is a lot of people that still use checks, but
Yeah. Yeah. What is your favorite thing about working at the bank?
my team. I have a phenomenal team here at NBC that I work beside and work with every day, as well as how involved our bank is in the community. So the community, like the opportunities we have out in the community are phenomenal here. And just the relationships with customers. I get to know a lot of business owners. I get to know a lot of personal, on a personal level. So I'm a people person, like you said. So just seeing my customers every day, as well as my team.
I'm so proud of you.
I just want to say too, I hear like so many compliments about your daughter.
Yeah.
Like even from
Yeah.
like our like the tellers who she manages, like up to our executive team, like they're like Brittany's a rock star.
She is. She
Well, thanks.
totally is. She's really come out of her shell. So, yeah, she does a great job. She's all about making people feel good, even in her personal life. She's not one to bring someone down. So she's in a good position, I feel like, here at the bank.
Well, thanks for coming and joining me at my place of work and just chatting with me.
Thanks.
I had fun.
I love spending time with you. Anything I can do. So it's all good.
Thanks, Mom.